Hello everybody. Hi. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a collective, timeless reading. So whenever it finds its way to you is the right time. Just keep in mind it is a general reading. So see which signs and symbols, ideas resonate for you in your particular situation and help to bring you clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. This could broaden your perspective, maybe show you something in a different light with fresh eyes. This could narrow your focus, show you something you could be missing. In the end, you trust yourself. Trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So you always make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and the greatest good of everybody. So we are all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Quantum Oracle. Get some general energy on what's going on. Wisdom to help the collective. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Back and forth. It's like you're on a seesaw. So maybe you're teetering on a certain decision, which way to go. You're in that in-between, the tweener time. You know, you're weighing out something. This way, that way. What are the good things over here? What are the not so good things over here? What makes you feel awesome? What makes you feel weird? Maybe two different things. This job, that job. This situation, that situation. Putting your time in here, putting your time in there. This could also be somebody else, just teetering back and forth. It's like they keep changing their mind. So I feel like if somebody keeps changing their mind, like they're trying to make the right decision, but maybe circumstances keep changing, that can happen too. Sometimes you have to go back and forth because things beyond our control or people, you know, that changes what we do or how we interact. Let's see what this is all about. It's a 5, so it means that there is a change. I feel like this person is trying to find balance. You know, not be all the way here and not be all the way here. Kind of be in the middle. Maybe you're a Libra, or it's like a Libra-like energy. At the bottom is joyous fun. That just looks fun. So maybe it's like a carnival or like a theme park. There's like children here. It's like this woman matches her child like the same dress. People are like dancing. There's a dapper man in the back. Just looks like lollipops and rainbows and unicorns and cotton candy. Like it just looks like a really special time. So maybe some of you are going on vacation, or this is really special time with friends. I mean, it could be adult fun too. But like this kind of looks, I don't know, young. I feel like even if you're with children or even if you're an adult, this is something that's kind of makes you feel like a kid. It's that kind of joy. I don't know how these two are going to work together, so let's keep them and continue. I'm getting like a party pooper. I'm getting a party pooper now with these two. Like there's all this awesome energy over here, and then this guy's on a seesaw, which is sort of like a playground thing, a fun thing, but he's not getting off and like joining over here. I feel like maybe you want somebody to come along and have a good time. Maybe they're being like, you know, they got too much to do, or they don't want to leave the house, or I don't know, like they're like giving too many reasons why they can't instead of just saying yes. So maybe it's just going without them and having a good time. Maybe this is you being a little bit of a party pooper, going back and forth. Should I do it? Should I not? Do I take off of work? Have some fun today? I mean, maybe you should. It looks like a really good time. Whatever this is, looks like it's worth the experience. I mean, if that's, doable for you. Maybe even if this is all about fun, choosing which place to go to. If somebody's like planning a party or something like that, you're going back and forth. Should we have it this place, that venue, that place? I'm getting a lot of like event energy with those two now. Let's see. Let's get another card. Clarity for the collective. Yeah, it's a creative endeavor. I mean, this could also be a project. It has it's like a cello. Or it could be it could be a violin or a viola. What is down here? Books, like a photo album, a camera, an empty canvas. Whatever your medium is. This is, now I just see an event too. Like, you have the photographer there. It could be like a wedding, a baby shower, a graduation, maybe just a party. A kid's party, something like that. Maybe just friends over to the dinner. You're thinking about what music to play, the band you want to hire. This looks like it could, you could write down the menu here. Or where everybody sits, or those little things where everybody grabs their name. And then, I'm getting a big event with this. So some of you may be planning an event, or maybe you get an invitation. Maybe there was a lot of thought put into it. Maybe you're thinking about going or not. Maybe it's at a weird date. You have to adjust something. Maybe you have to get on a plane to get there. It does say event here at the top. But if this is just you being creative, doing a little, it could be you time. It could be getting creative with somebody else. I just saw like a painting party. That could be fun. Like just getting people together that you would never think would paint, and just seeing that, sometimes people don't know how good they are. Even when it looks kind of like a child did it, it's still pretty awesome. There's still something special about it. So I see or what are those, the dots, where people put the dots on things, like sip and dot. So maybe there's some beverages involved. I do see the music. Like I see people taking selfies. Maybe some of you are a photographer, or you do videos. Maybe you're doing something different with locations where something is shot. Maybe you always do something in a studio, and now you're doing something outside, like in the beautiful, like that sunset moment or the sunrise. It could just be that you're beginning something new, picking up an instrument. It could be something you played when you were a kid. Giving it another go. Seeing if you still got it. Let's get another card. Clarity on a creative endeavor. Back and forth. And joyous fun. I just saw this man, all right, I know in between when I do that is when I see the pictures. I just saw this man or woman like having different jobs and having to multitask, being at different places within the day, or perhaps running some kind of company or working with a team where everybody has to be, you need to be here at this time, you need to be there at that time, that meeting starts then, make that phone call, like kind of like running back and forth in between something, or like being somewhere and having to make phone calls for something else. So I see like multitasking with that back and forth. Maybe not just teetering on a decision, but actually having to move your energy back and forth. Like even if there's a great event going on and there's all these people, I mean, you could just be at this event having a grand old time. And it's simple as that. But there is somebody there that is working hard amongst this happy energy to make sure it runs smoothly. I'm getting like an event coordinator now. I hear behind the scenes. Let's get another card. I think there's two. Optimism and new supportive connections. So there's a lot of optimism here. Maybe you're really looking forward to something, or you weren't until you get there, and then the whole energy changes. I'm just getting that party pooper, like ends up having like the best time ever. Look at all the fruits. There's like it's like one tree that grows cherries and mangoes and lemons and limes and pears and grapes. Oh my. You know? So maybe something at a vineyard. It does look like a vineyard here. Maybe you live near a vineyard. I know that a lot of like wineries do have events. Optimism, looking forward to something. Like waking up early for something. Getting to do something. It feels like an excited energy, not like a hitting the snooze energy. Like, ugh, I don't want to do this. It feels now like it's just vibrant. Like you're really excited to put this outfit on or just get somewhere already. And then whatever is going on here, I mean, look, it looks like the painting party. It could be a teacher that you meet, the right connection that you meet. Or there's even more people in the, yeah, it's like, look at, there's more than one painter. There's another one over here. So maybe some of you paint. Maybe this is at a local place in your town. It doesn't have to be a painting party. It could be, you know, a video game party or, you know, a sport event. It's something that you're into. Or maybe a friend of yours is into and invites you along. And maybe it's not really like the thing that you like to do, but you meet really awesome people there. There's definitely support coming through. I also see you talking about maybe one of these, you know, how you coordinate something, handle a lot, or like the creative things you're into, talking to the right person. You know, get like brings you a little faith, like they're the right connection, they're going to help you out, introduce you to the right place, maybe a new job, new supporters. I'm getting like new clients or customers. There's like party and business energy with this reading. What's at the bottom? Fragmented energy. Ooh, there's like all these little puzzles hanging from nowhere. This woman is just like out in the ocean in a dress, and like pieces of her are missing. Like there's a puzzle missing here, and there's just pieces everywhere. So maybe you're trying to like really coordinate something, put together something. Sometimes when we multitask too much and there's no organization, it's easy to get scattered. So you feel like, you know, you were just, you know, some people are really good at multitasking, but fragmented energy means you're like missing something in between. So maybe it's getting organized when this comes through. I'll show you that card. Organization could really help. You know, if you forgot something when you get there, maybe make a list, make sure you have everything in the car, everything in the bag, everything in your purse, keys, wallet, phone, whatever else, etc., etc., etc. It could also just you be dealing with a lot of stuff going on at once, and you just have to do it the best you can. I think my mom used to say bird by bird, just one thing at a time. What needs your attention the most right now? You know, sometimes you can do two things at once, but just when this comes through, do the best you can. If you really feel like you're scatterbrained, like really like can't handle this too much, you know, sometimes it's best to go out of the chaos or out of the big party and the good time and just take a little walk, take a breath of fresh air. You know, in some cases, maybe just if you can come back the next day, go home and rest, put that problem or that thing that you're thinking of too much away, and come back with fresh energy. Did I show you all of these? That one. This is optimism. Joy is fun. Maybe some of you also like provide some kind of service. It could be photography, a DJ. You know, maybe, I mean, there's balloons here. Maybe you know how to make like balloon animals and you do something at children's parties. Or you make cake and, you know, muffins or, you know, cupcakes or something like that. Like some kind of service. Maybe you make costumes, you do decoration. I mean, these are general readings, so I hope at some point one of you was like, that's me, that's me. You know, in this, it feels like, we'll get clarity when we get to the tarot, but this is kind of setting up what's going on. It's back and forth energy, and then a creative endeavor. This is like, even if it's at work, this is like a presentation. I see, like, you know, when you have the video presentations, like presenting this, or I don't know, it could be any kind of presentation. Maybe you have new people in your business and you have to show them something. Maybe there's a creative way to do it, so it's not just like a booklet, you know, make it a little more fun. Or maybe it's just how you deliver it. You kind of make that like, all right, guys, we have to go and sit down. This is like a requirement, but you somehow are able to, I feel like you're in charge of that. It's like, you make it fun. Or now I see the class clown. So maybe you're just an energy that makes a boring ass situation a lot of fun. Let's go to a different oracle deck. This is the synchronicity oracle. Clarity for fragmented energy. Back and forth, a creative endeavor. Joyous fun, optimism, new supportive connections. Like it's somebody new, so you have to either be connected through somebody you know, or be at a place where somebody can be, you know, new, or you could even do something online. Maybe you're branching out on the internet. You're finding your, like a little niche, like your little special group of people that are into whatever you're into. Now I just thought of an Etsy shop, or like maybe a shop online where you can sell some of your creations, or like a web page for your business. Gather. How does this huge deck and the same cards come out? So gather, I mean, I think of a gathering now. I don't think I got that the last time, but maybe you're gathering information, you know, gathering new helpful energy, gathering up yourself. There is a dog up in the sky here, so loyalty. There's all these shapes, which makes me think of structure, but it's also kind of like it's like one of my crazy paintings. Not maybe that one, but maybe like that one, where it's just kind of go with the flow and whatever comes out. It's not really like a exactly follow this picture kind of painting. Like, it makes me think of, like, I actually have a different painting. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, because all this creative energy came through. Like a ring like this. It looks very simple. I wish I had the other one on, but it was made with wax. So it was like, I don't know, like make it different than the other jewelry, which is more like building a house. You know, you start with the stone, you make the bezel, you put it on the back sheet, you fuse it on there, and then you keep adding until it becomes something, and then trim it away. This ring, it's very, very simple, but it started as just a block of wax. I have another one that's this big flower, and I just started carving. I had no idea what it was going to be. I just kind of started making shapes. So sometimes you can have an idea and a structure, and sometimes you just have to kind of like let it become what it wants to be. Back to the painting, sometimes I've just taken crayons, like wax, and just melted it on the canvas, however it wanted to go, and then started creating a picture around that, because I kind of like texture. But I do feel like there has to be maybe some kind of structure or a little bit of a plan, but maybe it has to be something kind of like really abstract, or that's the solution. It's kind of abstract. So if you look in here, there is a little bit of structure. But gather makes me think of a gathering, where you're gathering, you know, more connections, more opportunities. Let's get another card. Clarity for the collective. Fortune. There's such beautiful colors in all this. I mean, sometimes like that, with that fragmented energy, if you're like handling a lot of change and like business is booming, new relationship is amazeballs, like sometimes it's a lot to handle. You know, it's like big change all of a sudden. Whoo, whoa. Like, all right, well, I guess I'm on board, but then you have to like remember things you have to actually do. So, fortune. This just makes me see like winning, chance, lucky opportunity, feeling like you're at the top of your game, feeling like finally something is changing for the better. I just saw this and I thought of spin the bottle. I mean, maybe you have kids and you think they're in the basement, you know, like hanging out, but they're playing spin the bottle. I mean, that's gonna change everything. You have a first little experience, a little peck on the cheek. Such weird things come through these readings. All right, clarity for the collective on fortune. Gather. I mean, when I see fortune, it made me think of a fortune cookie. You know, and getting like a beautiful little message, like finding a treasure. But then when I thought of the fortune cookie, I thought of the Chinese zodiacs, and then I thought of the year of the dragon. So maybe something happens this year, starts this year, or it's your particular year. Your Chinese astrology sign. Clarity for the collective. I also see a thing. I know this is like, all right, look at this, because cards move for me. When I see this as almost like those old, like a board game, and you like spin the little thing and it goes around. So I mean, they have like stuff like that, advertisements online, but I don't, it could be an actual game, but you spin it and like you hit, it could actually be winning something. Like a free something or another chance, maybe a vacation. Let's see, clarity on fortune. Gather. Father. So masculine energy, like a divine masculine, fathering something, which I think of kind of like the emperor, like structure, providing something. You have the tree here, so maybe a family tree. He's sitting on a wooden stool. What is that book? The Giving Tree. This makes me think of that. This guy has a cape, like he's a superhero, and a crown that's beaming. There's tulips, which I feel are special. And it's like there's little eggs in the nest in the tree. So maybe some of you are a father, or you're thinking about your father. I mean, sometimes somebody is not our actual father, but they're a father to us. It could be grandfather. I mean, everybody has a different relationship with parents, you know? So sometimes people have somebody that's there and, you know, fun and takes them on adventures. And sometimes you don't connect maybe with a parent. So maybe you're healing that situation, having some forgiveness and peace if it was weird, learning from mistakes. I mean, parents are human. You know, they do the best they can, hopefully. But you always have the chance to, if you are dealing, you know, if you're a father, you always have the chance to, I'm just getting like, I don't know. It makes me think of like maybe there was something you weren't talking about, or maybe a father wasn't there for a while and you just get the chance to say hi, reconnect. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. If you have an amazing father, being really, really grateful and thankful. So let's see what the father is about. Some of you could be just becoming a father and you're starting to like think about how you have to put some things in place for that situation, how things are going to change. Let's see what this is about. Clarity on father. Mother. Wow. Okay. So being parents, thinking about your parents. Maybe it's just not about your dad. Maybe it's about your mama too. It could be like throwing a birthday party for your parents. Becoming parents yourself. Maybe forgiving both of your parents. Maybe taking beautiful things that they did and like just using those, you know, if you're not a parent or you're single and you don't have any children, it's still taking those beautiful things that you learned that made you who you are, and it's learning from the things that they did wrong that you ain't gonna do it like that. Whew. It could be support you get from your parents. Maybe your parents are helping you with something. I mean, some people have chosen parents too. I mean, that was a direct message. So let's see. Clarity on mother and father. Fortune and gather. Rest. Putting something to rest. Getting some rest. This makes me think of sleeping on the beach, which is a different kind of rest when you fall asleep like in the bright sunshine. Sometimes being in the sunlight is like it livens you up and sometimes it just makes you tired. There's like a dahlia flower here. So this could be a Four of Swords energy coming through to just like telling you, remember to rest, breathe, balance, all this other activity. Or maybe you have to rest up to have enough energy to do something. Clarity and rest. Child. Holy moly. We have the child, the mother, and the father. So maybe some of you are dealing with even like childhood wounds. Maybe it's finally coming to light. Clarity is coming through. You're healing, forgiving, even if you can't ever speak to them again. Or it's the opposite and you're freaking celebrating. It could be that children's birthday party, you know, parents are organizing something. Or maybe some of you have a child like leaving the nest and that's going to change a situation. We'll definitely clear these up with the tarot. Let's get one more. Crystal vision, the facets, the eye, and like, look at that gem. I mean, it could be a diamond, but it's all rainbow. And it's like the clarity, the facets, the different ways you can see through a situation or see something. Something, if it's a diamond, very valuable, strong. It made me think of alexandrite, which is an interesting stone. I think it's pretty rare, but it's like two colors. It's like green and red, but when you see it in an incandescent light or in the sunlight, it actually looks like totally different stones. It's like a real live mood ring. What's at the bottom? Spring, which makes me think of new growth. That smell of spring, the change of the season. Maybe the spring is important for you. Maybe it's a new spring in your step. Okay, let's go to the tarot for sure. Let's see what's going on with all of this energy. I mean, sometimes this is just different scenarios. Maybe one is for you. Maybe the other part is for somebody else. You know? Sometimes things come through later too. Like this doesn't make any sense right now. And then later, I mean, it could even be you helping with a family. Somehow, or being invited over for family dinner. Somehow joining a family, like a new family member. You know, getting like, you know, brother-in-law or sister-in-law, or maybe a stepmom or stepmother. Let's get clarity. All of this happening with the collective today. Start with one card. Help bridge all this information together, please. Oh, the Tower. Yeah, something's changing. The Tower's huge. The Tower comes through and it's beyond our control. I mean, you all have all this happy energy here. So it could be resurrection of happiness. It could also be things just totally breaking down. The Tower comes through very fast. It's not us controlling it kind of thing. It's an out there, bigger than us situation. When the Tower comes through, that means there is something that wasn't built on a solid foundation, and it was going to fall anyway. It comes through and it's gone. But it always gives you the chance to get to the star, to heal, to change something if it's different. Build on a solid foundation. I mean, the Tower, if I see this and I'm thinking of all these parties, I mean, that could be like simply something, if it doesn't always have to be a big divine circumstance. The world is ending. Sometimes it's just like something that's big. So if it's all about an event here, and you have this beautiful outdoor party planned, or you were going to go to the amusement park or whatever, and you get there and there's a freaking storm today? Really? You know, like, waiting for this forever. So, you know, sometimes it's beyond your control. How can you fix it? What are you going to do? You know, you got to like move it inside, get everyone together, like fix it. It's a chance to rebuild. But sometimes those weird towers do make the most interesting parties or times or events. You know, sometimes if you have a delay and you can't go somewhere because of a storm, you still have the day. Everybody took the day off. What are we going to do that's fun? You do something else. You think outside the box. If it's something like that. But I do want to look at this card closer because, let me see, do I only have my old lady glasses? Go back and forth. Oh no, I have my ones that are a little bit cuter. I'm gonna put these on. Oh my, I might need my big boy for this. Hold on. I mean, there's two people falling. They have like their wands. It's like fire and a shooting comet and rain. It's Mars energy. It's a lot of action that happens. So it's like something was happening, something was going right, and then just all of a sudden everything goes wrong. We'll get clarity. We'll see. I mean, the Tower comes through to create, like, to force us to change, and look in a different way, to rebuild. You know, either in something new, something different, something solid, something with a good foundation and structure, or just sometimes it actually just comes through to, like, really just take us to somewhere else, to a new territory, to a new situation. Clarity on the Tower. Major Arcana 16. The Ace of Cups. I mean, for some of you, if you've been alone a long time and then this is coming through, it could just be the chance to actually be in a really good partnership. Like you thought it would never happen. Oh, I think I have to cover her boob to show it. She has like a little boob. She has like one boob out. I'll cover that and show you this. But look at this Ace of Cups. It has like magical energy. It's like this big vase, you know? It's not just like, here, take a little sip of my awesome cup. It's like, holy crap, look at how that thing could hold a tree, and it's got like this magical twinkling energy. It's like, I don't know, it's like, hello, this is the magical chalice for you. She looks like surprised. She has a key in her hand. So the Ace of Cups comes through when there's a chance to begin again, but involve your heart. It's a new relationship. Upside down, I guess it would be resisting a new relationship or a new chance to, you know, really have some healing, some emotion. It could also be sometimes that when things fall down, and you rebuild, like it gives you a chance to get things on the table, to really talk about things that maybe just weren't addressed. Maybe people didn't have good communication at all. Maybe just communicating brings this, it could be a restart or a new start. Those are such different energies. Let's see. For some of you, it could be the opposite too. If you have the Tower, and that's something just like a, you know, a distance or a breakup or a change. If that's in a relationship, you know, could mean that this brand new start is coming, maybe for you or someone else, or maybe you're resisting this start because you're not ready yet. Let's see. I feel like I should pull clarity cards separately. Let's pull clarity on the Tower first. Well, you got the Ace and the 9. I mean, this is pretty good. So whatever fell down, maybe it just wasn't working. Maybe it wasn't the right situation for you, wasn't the right situation for somebody else, but you got the Ace and the 9 of Cups. So like it could be like a big divine intervention. Whatever this situation happened, whatever fell down, whatever blocked you, whatever went away and maybe moved you somewhere else, got you to a party, a gathering, maybe something you heard about from your mom or your dad, you're the child, is bringing you the 9 of Cups, which is like your ultimate wish come true. So you have this brand new start here, and it, like, what you actually want is possible. This is having such abundance and love. It's your genie in a bottle. It's your wish come true. Your wish is granted. Your wish is granted. It's having just enough and even more that you can, like, you're feeling so much love and happiness, you can actually, you just want to help others and give it away and share about your day. Like, you know, it's really beautiful, the 9 of Cups. But it's knowing, like, being just satisfied. You don't have to have everything. It's not, you don't have to be self-indulgent when the Nine of Cups comes. Let's see, clarity on the Tower, the Ace, and the 9. Two of Swords. It almost takes us back to that first one, the teetering back and forth, like walking this fine line on the high wire, holding your clarity but blindfolded. So you have to really like have your balance, pay attention to each little step. Somebody else could be really trying to make a decision. What is it that makes you happy? Where is it that you want to put all this energy? How are we going to rebuild? Do I even want to rebuild? Eventually you have to make a decision, but it does look like you're moving. It doesn't look like you're standing still. Usually the Two of Cups, the person's just kind of sitting there like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You have all the tools to do it, but you just don't know what to do. What do I do? But this person's actually moving in the dark. They're actually following faith. They're trusting a certain direction is right. They're trusting that they do have the balance and the skill to do it. I mean, she's not taking those swords and like cutting her tightrope. She's using those swords. She's using those, you know, different experiences or those questions. It's good to question things. You know, that's how we learn. It's asking the right question is really important. So if those are like things this woman or man is thinking about walking along, you know, the more the answers come through, or the more you think about a situation in different ways, actually may not feel like you're getting anywhere, but it is driving you towards what you're trying to figure out. It is your ultimate happiness. Maybe it's how to start something new, this new beginning in love. It could also be somebody else, like really trying to make a decision and they're moving. They can't see everything yet. They have the skills to do it. That card, clarity, please. Well, this is somebody feeling stuck. The Eight of Swords is really feeling trapped. Maybe that was before. You know, if somebody's in this Eight of Swords energy and they just not making a move, they're just not getting out. They could actually be trapped. They just don't see a way out of a situation. And I mean, it looks like whatever this situation that came through and stormed into their world is, I'm getting even like the catalyst to getting them out, this person out of this situation. Maybe they were thinking about getting out of a situation for a long time, going back and forth, and they're moving through daily life here, but they're still like bound to something. You know, look at, she's all bound up and blindfolded, but you're not actually trapped because you can just go in between these swords. There is a way through. It's just believing you're trapped, or maybe not having the courage to take steps to get out of something if you don't really want to be there. I'm just gonna give Justice. I'm just gonna pull another card. That Justice card keeps coming out. That's like making a really big decision. That's like getting beyond this and making a final answer to do something. Really balancing out the scale. Maybe you're waiting for somebody else to make an answer. Let's see. The Sun. Maybe somebody finally feels ready. Enough change has happened. This is really feeling yourself. Look at, you have the beautiful angel here. This is really seizing an opportunity. The Sun comes through and it doesn't, like, I feel like it doesn't matter what all this other stuff that was happening. This just means it's going to be okay. And then you do have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. You have the Ace to the 9 to the 10. So there is a way to have it happily ever after. My goodness, are her boobs out too? Ladies, ladies. I'll show you the sun. But even with the Ten of Cups, and that choice, that choice or that plan or that opportunity to have the beautiful, loving family that has their family dinners, and holidays are amazing, and picnics in the park and weddings and everything is all beautiful. Maybe playing video games with each other and thing. That can be a basis of it, but there's also reality. There's towers that come on in and change everything. There's personalities, there's friends. There's always circumstances there's work, there's schedules, there's tests at school, there's all this other stuff that's reality. So even with that Ten of Cups, you have to be realistic and ride each wave as it comes. Do I have another deck of cards that can clarify this? Yeah, why not? This is called what? The Pruitt's Third Eye Tarot. Let's get one card. It's like you started with such beautiful energy, maybe a little decision making, and then all of this party and beautiful, happy energy, and then kind of being fragmented too much at once, and then recognizing some family scenarios or situations that are going on. So it could be that the people that came up are going through these other energies that are coming up around the scenarios, and those are just our star players here, with the mother and the father and the child. And then there's something breaking down with this tower, kind of having a feeling of being stuck, or maybe in the past being stuck and not knowing how to move, or that was one person in particular, and then you have all this beauty again. It's like a real life story of a life. Because the Nine of Cups, that's like really a wish come true. The Ten of Cups is like the ultimate beautiful outcome. And then you have that start. So maybe it's a new start, a totally new start somewhere. One card, clarify overall energy for this reading, because this could also be not just one story, it could be many for many of you. Ace of Wands. So you have two aces. This is really pretty. Ace of Wands. Looks like the start of something magical. Putting intention into something. Putting passion into something. Like wishing on a star, but believing it is possible. And I'll show you the bottom. Three of Pentacles is working well together. Look, it has these girls like cheerleaders. Or they're on like I'm getting cheerleader, but maybe gymnastics as well, or like the dance team. And there's, so two of them are supporting the other one. So they all have a part. They all have the two are the strong ones. They're going to be on the bottom. The other one, she's light. She knows how to move and do things in the air. She gets that part. Everybody has their part, but together they make this beautiful structure. It's rebuilding. This is when you work well with others. Recognizing everybody's talent, what everybody's good at. People in their place so that together something can build. Can we sum it up with one more card? Because we're already here? I don't know. I can. Let's do an angel. Let's do an angel card. These are the simple ones. Clarity for working together. Maybe finally working together. Maybe finally seeing the solutions. Maybe finding a different place where you can work together. Families are complicated. It's like you found your team here, wherever that is. Like you found your support. My dog. One card to clear this reading and put it all together for the collective. Ask your angels. Asking for some help, prayer, faith, just, sometimes this is just us surrendering to, wishing love on everybody in the situation, wishing everybody strength, hoping, wishing some healing energy and some strength back to you. And then there's always like an allowance to let be, let go, let God. And then each little moment that you see coming into your world where you have a chance to maybe reconnect, or a chance to do something different, or a chance to heal or rebuild, you take those opportunities as they're handed to you. You put energy into them with this Ace of Wands. And where's the Sun? You seize each opportunity like it's beaming in your world just for you. I don't know where it went. I don't know where the Sun, where'd the Sun go? Maybe you just have to imagine some sunshine. Imagine that sunshine in your heart. Imagine the people around you. Think of the people that make you feel sunny, like you're your true, authentic self. Don't be afraid to pray or ask help, in spirit, or maybe a mother and a father. Maybe ask to help a child or a friend. Ask help if you don't know how to make a decision, or if you need to get out of a situation and don't know how. Maybe there's help around you. Choose a new direction. I think the choice comes back to you. You can ask for all this helpful advice, but it's always going to circle around back to your actions, your intentions, where you want to move, what you want to do, why. If you're taking other people into account, everyone else has a free will as well. And then sometimes there's just outside things that happen that have to bring an adjustment into our world. That was a big reading, guys. I'm not quite sure what came through. I hope it's helpful and maybe gave you a different perspective on something. I love you so much. You are so special. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'll see you soon.